Hey my lovely YouTubers, Simon here once again for the Amazing Fundamental Changes. Today we're going to talk about some techniques of using bends to create memorable solos, our fourth part here. Let's go and have a look at 3 examples of that just after this. Okay, so today we're not really looking at the traditional bend and things like that. I'm going to assume that most of you have come across how to bend in tune, and I'm going to try and give you a few ideas that aren't so common and mainstream that might give you some new flavours in your solos as well. So the first example we've got here are unison bends. Obviously a unison bend is where you're bending a string, 2 frets in this example, and then you're having a note on underneath on the string below it. So for example, if you've got the 9th fret of the B or the 2nd string and you're bending the 11th fret of the 3rd string, you're picking both of those strings at the same time to create what is called a unison bend. A great song example of unison bends is Samba Party by the Latin rock king Carlos Santana. At the end of the melody of the first part there's some, and then some bits throughout the solos and everything like that as well. The most important thing with a unison bend is that the bend is perfectly in tune, because you are bending to the note that you already have on. So if those two are slightly out, there's going to be a real dissonance that can be a little bit unsettling. So make sure you get those bends bang on in tune. You'll see in the slowed down version of this that I tried to just demonstrate getting the bends nice and in tune perfectly straight away. So yeah, have a look at example 1 there, the unison bends. The tab will be in the article, of course, and let's have a look at example 2. Okay, well, bending is unique to the guitar. It's expressive, and you know the most famous guitarists have their own take on bends. One of my personal favourite bend maestros is the magnificent Dave Gilmour from Pink Floyd. When I first heard Another Brick in the Wall Part 2 solo, when I was studying back at the Institute, it just blew me away when I first heard a 2-tone bend and some 2.5-tone bends, because up till that point I've been doing traditional 1-tone bends and little quarter-tone bends and stuff like that, and then I heard this enormous swoosh bend that I was just like, I just had to have it. And ever since then I've been using that. Once again, we're using the same backing track that we've been looking at through the past 3 sessions, so all of these examples are around C sharp minor. When you're bending 4 frets here from the 12th fret, 2 tones up there to sort of 4 frets, it's going to take some practice to get that in tune. So you can pick the note you're bending to 4 frets up before you play this bend, and I recommend using light string gauge if you're going to be attempting these massive bends. I'm using 9 to 42's Ernie Ball Super Slinkies on here, just to make things nice and easy for me, because obviously I'm doing this all day. So yeah, work on that bend. The rest of this lick, fairly straightforward, C sharp minor, classic Dave Gilmour tones, and work on 2-tone bends into your bending vocabulary. Let's look at example 3. A technique I picked up from my favourite guitarist of the moment, a guy called Matteo Cesato. If you don't know anything about him, click on the link in the article to the track that I've linked. The guy is a genius guitarist. Is that he breaks up a unison bend. So instead of playing them at the same time like we looked at in example 1, he picks one string, then picks the next string, and then he goes through like a unison bendy examples, but picking one at a time. Pick the bend, pick the string adjacent to it, and go through your unison bends like this. It's a really cool technique for, you know, applying the notes of your C sharp minor scales up and down the neck, but not having it so raw as the unison bend. This sounds a little bit softer, a little bit more melodic. Really cool sounds. So bends, obviously I could do multiple lessons on bends, and I might well do a part 2 of this as well because there's so much I can cover. But today I want you to think about unison bends, two-tone bends, or bends above a tone or below a tone, but not just bending 2 frets all the time, and breaking up unison bends as well. Hope you've got something from it. I will see you next time for more videos. Please comment, like, share and subscribe, and I will see you soon. Take care. Bye. Hi everyone, thanks for watching this Creating Memorable Solos Using Bends. I really hope you got something from it. Check out Joseph's books on Amazon. They are fantastic value for money. So many examples and brilliantly well written. Check out Fundamental Changes website where you can see this lesson and tons more free lessons by top teachers. And also check out my YouTube channel, SDP Guitar, for way more free videos to inspire you in your playing. Take care, I'll see you soon for more videos.